Hey guys, it's Tommy. Some of you have been kind of following me on Facebook while we refinished my mom's buffet. It was a 1953 piece of furniture my mother and dad bought when they got married, early 70s. Anyway, it's been passed around the family for 30 years now, and it's back to mom. So I'm actually keeping it for her for a few months until she moves out here because she doesn't have a place for it now. But you've seen the pictures. We've refinished the drawers, we've restained, we've polished. So now all that's drying and I don't have anything else to do, which I hate to be bored. So last step was clean the hardware. We tried Never Dull. It did okay. A lot of manual work. Simichrome would do a great job, even more manual work. Soap and water didn't do it. My case tumbler didn't do it. So I'm going to do a trick that I know works, and some of you can use. Any carpenter or guy that's used to refinishing is going to probably say, "Oh my God, why have you got a drill press and hardware in your hand?" They would normally tell you, "No, don't do this," and they'd be right. This is a 1965 Sears Craftsman drill press. This was my grandfather's. I grew up using this thing in his shop as a kid, and it's been passed down to me. Still runs like a top. It's an old belt-driven machine, so it's got 3 belts out up here. The advantage to it is, in this particular case, it's slow. I want it to be slow. I can adjust the speed of the belts here to make it go faster or slower. But this drill press can operate slow, which in this case is something you really, truly want. Don't even think about trying this with like a handheld power drill or a battery operated drill. Anything that spins too fast can A, hurt you, B, will destroy the finish on what you're trying to refinish, and it's just not safe. So what we have here, this is a piece of drawer hardware. I have already cleaned it with Never Dull. I've cleaned it with soap and water. I've cleaned it with the case tumbler. Not clean. It's got 60 years exactly this year of hand oil, grease. My father smoked with it in the house for 30 years, so it's got nicotine deposits all over it. It's just old looking. And it's supposed to look antiqued. These were never sold like super shiny, pretty bright brass the way you see today. So I'm not trying to get that look back, but I do want to get the crud out. And it's got incredibly tiny amounts of detail, which has proven to be a pain in the butt for my hands and my big old fat man paws to play with here. And I'm out of toothbrushes to use because I'm going to have to start stealing the ones from the kids at this point. By the way, Amy, 2 new toothbrushes go on the shopping list. Just saying. So this drill press here, she's old and she's set for slow. I'm using a 4-inch wire wheel. I'm not using a very coarse one. This is kind of a trim wheel. They come in various different styles. Let's see if I can find one here. This one's a little more coarse. It's designed for like grinding. You know, actually really seriously pulling things off of kicked on. For example, rust. I think I use this to clean off my inherited cast iron pans. But this wheel here, it's more for trim work, and I'm going to show you the difference. I would never do this with that brush or with a faster drill press. But this drill press here, I'm put my bare hand on it. It's currently turning about 2,300 RPM. Very, very slow. So it's making, there we go. It makes a lot of noise. But it's old. I mean, it's, God, 50 years old-ish. So here's what we're going to do. Again, this drill press won't hurt me. You know, it can if I'm going to push my hand hard, but it's about as gentle as you could get. It's set on slow. It's got a soft wheel on it. Do not do this with a power drill and your average garage wire brush. You will destroy something, all right? If you're going to do it, get the right tool, okay? Slow drill or slow press and a softer wire wheel. Hardware. Just going to put it up. As opposed to putting it this way, where the wheel's going to kick it at me, I'm used to doing it so I could, but it's just not smart. So when the wheel turns this way, I'm going to put this on this side, so if it does grab it, it grabs it and throws it away from me, not at me. We're just going to slowly clean this up. There's a lot of small little detail points in here, so I'm just going to kind of turn it and try to let the wheel hit all the little points. Again, very gentle. I'm not pressing any harder than I would if I had my bare hand again. I'm not trying to scrape this thing down to bare knuckle brass. It's supposed to have a little luster, but not a lot of shine, if that makes a difference. Or if that makes sense. Clean it up here on the bottom. All right. A few more spots. And what we have here, what I always have is a failure to communicate. In case you're curious, it's not your set. Don't adjust your set. It's my stutter. All right, so if you can, you ought to be able to tell a significant difference now. But much cleaner. Got a little luster to it, not a lot of shine, but just enough that it looks nice and new-ish. I don't want it to look like a brass gun casing that's super polished, reflective, and shiny, but it still looks old. So, old drill press, light duty brush, not very coarse, and slow speed. That's the key to this. That's my mom calling. So, peace.